I think a lot of people view sort of DC as this big giant place. It's really not like that at all. I think sort of the networking is very important, and being in Lexington's tight-knit community, I think sort of being there for 2 years, you recognize that, the strong alumni network, so when you come here, you get to actually put that in place and make DC small in a way.
You know, I heard every 1 out of 5 people in DC is an attorney. Just being here really opens up a lot of networking opportunities.
When I hear from students about what they get from the program, either in their evaluations or in our one-on-one conversations, it strikes me that each individual student, each individual person comes away with a much better sense of what they want their career to express, what they want their life as a lawyer to be like.
I came to law school with the intent of being a transactional lawyer, kind of putting together deals or corporate governance or related things that fall under that kind of corporate umbrella. The externship program, it gave me some experience in investment management that I've been able to sell to employers as a year of investment management experience and kind of understanding of the industry.
I knew after being a paralegal for 2.5 years, I wanted to get back to the real world and back to actually working as quickly as possible. And W&L's third-year program allowed me to do that. I really was excited about the externships I heard of, the practicum, the options for actually using what you would learn during law school. And now I'm getting to actually enjoy it. So I think I made the right choice.
Well, I think it gives you a unique perspective that you will never get anywhere else about how judges think. When I come off the bench, you will have been in the courtroom. You'll have seen what happened in the courtroom. You'll see what the lawyers did and didn't do. And I would tell them exactly what I think. Now, I tell them it can never be repeated outside chambers. Anything in the courtroom's fair game, but what I say in chambers, I want confidential. Because I say that's the dumbest lawyer I've ever seen in my life. And they will have just seen the lawyer and they will know what I'm talking about. They will learn what a judge thinks. They don't know what all judges think, but they'll know how a judge thinks about the dumbest lawyer he ever saw in his life. And they'll know what not to do.
They have an opportunity to get real life work experience, working on real problems, pressing problems that are affecting our industry. They are not simply tossed into a cubicle doing mundane work. The work that they're doing matters. We depend on their work product, and they're helping us protect our members' IP interests and their public policy interests. So they have an opportunity to engage in meaningful work from the outset, and to build these important real-life work skills that they will use throughout their career.
In addition to the field work that they do at their externship placement, the students have a classroom course that they take in Washington. We call it a practicum because it's really a practice course. They don't just learn a subject out of a book, they do an exercise.
I'm in international business negotiations, and it's taught by 2 attorneys at the law firm DLA Piper. And so we're going through an actual negotiation. It's been really great to learn how transactional practice works and how real-world attorneys deal with negotiation situations.
It's a real heavy lift going from law school to a law firm. It's like college to the pros. And the intellectual demands once you're in a law firm, and the pace, and the fact that you're not getting graded anymore, but you just have no room to make errors because this is the real deal. And so this gives the students a start to have a feel for what it's like when the stakes are high.
In addition to the practicum class, we have a seminar course that meets in the evenings.
We have guest speakers of people who are willing to help you network, willing to help you grow your professional network, and I think that might be sort of the backbone of this program, is that you get to meet people, particularly if you want to work in DC and the federal government. It's networking done for you.
So one thing that I brought from Lexington that I think is very valuable in terms of participating in the DC program is the sense of community.
Because we are a small school and we are in a very unique setting, where you get to know the people you go to school with, and they're your friends. You get to know the professors who teach you, and their door is open. They're not figures who are far away. They're people who you know and who care about you and are invested in your success as a person and as a lawyer. And that roundedness of the Washington and Lee educational experience comes from being in a place where people care about each other. And those relationships matter and make you better, I think, at being a lawyer.
The DC program was really a culmination of my time at Washington and Lee. It allowed me to use the substantive law I learned during my first and second year. I was able to gain and further relationships in the DC legal community. I was able to test out the legal profession before I graduated. I feel better prepared to join the legal fields and to start my career because of the DC program.